What's going on, all my home shoppers and home buyers out there? Today we are in Mueller, which is a community very close to downtown Austin. That is the massive appeal to this area because of how close you can literally, once we get to the rooftop of this loft, can see downtown, the downtown skyline from where we're at in Mueller. Now, Mueller has a pretty cool story because it used to be an old airport for Austin that has been reconverted into this master planned community that really embodies uh, greenery, so green landscape nature, walkability. The walkability score is off the charts. The amount of dining and entertainment that's all embedded with these residential townhomes, lofts, single family residences. I mean, it is just. I have some drone footage that you could take a look at later, but this is these are brand new lofts that are at 4 different levels that has a rooftop, an open concept rooftop that you can see the Austin downtown skyline, and it has a cool balcony here on the second floor. Now this just are barely, this is a model home, and you can see here that these lofts are brand new, and they're still completing the ones down the road here, but these aren't available now, and they all have special financing, meaning that with these lofts, if you get pre-approved with their in-house lender, they can also offer you special financing to help buy down that interest rate. That's going to be huge because the interest rate is a huge barrier for people, and if you're looking at new construction, that is a way around it. That is a workaround with the interest rates being where they're at, and is working with a brand new construction, working with a builder that has the capability to finance you some money so you can buy down the interest rate or help pay for closing costs, or even help you just however you need it to get to the closing table. Now, this area, when stuff comes to market, doesn't last very long. So let me see here, closed active listings. So this absorption rate of 560% tells me that stuff does not, if it goes on the market, it does not last long. So think of the absorption rate as how quickly homes sell in this area, given what's currently in inventory. So what's currently being available as far as active listings. So 100% is kind of the benchmark here, where that's a balanced market. But if we're anything above that, that means stuff does not sit very long because of the prime location of Mueller, of where it sits at, and it's not very far from downtown Austin. And you can just see how it was. They're very intentional as far as the developers on where parks are located, where the community is located. See, there's downtown Austin right there. I mean, just look at this home appreciation. We're talking about double digits home appreciation. So is this a good place to park your money and see your money grow and have a good ROI? Yes. If you look at the numbers from 2018 to 2023, we can see almost a $300,000 bump in price. That's double digit returns on your investment. And again, I provided the absorption rate for 2022 and 2023. So 2022 is when we saw that 560% absorption rate, and for 2023, it's almost 300% absorption rate, meaning stuff does not sit here long. So if there's an opportunity and you really want to be in a community where you're very close to downtown, where you can actually see downtown Austin and have all the conveniences of restaurants, entertainment, parks, trails, places that you can walk your dog, this is it. This community, if you drive around, you can see you can see that right there on the right was the old airport terminal, the tower. So I also included here what it looked like for a rental. So this is a townhome that's currently being offered for lease at $4,500, I believe. It was originally $5,000, but they did a price drop to $4,500. This is a 3-bed, 2.5-bath townhouse, and this one's right across the street from a park. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 different properties. The very first one we saw was a loft that's 4 different levels, that's close to $1 million, but there is special financing. And this one is a townhouse. And then the last one we're going to see is another townhome, but it's kind of in a more residential, like single family residential area instead of it being in a townhome kind of row of townhomes. And that way you could see how this kind of diverse and different the different types of residential areas are here in Mueller, because it's not a small place by any means. I believe it's over 600 acres of residential, commercial space. So it's very mixed use development, and combining that with parks and public transportation and just the trails for the walkability. I mean, this is like what I think of when you think of having a city or a place that's very intentional in design, so it encourages walkability. And there's lots of bike lanes. There's lots people more often than not walk a lot here because there's so many trees. It's very scenic just to go for a casual stroll. And you have places like this. I mean, I don't think this is a brand new build, but you can see it's not more than a couple years old because it's very well maintained, and it has a lot of the upgrades and the features and the layouts that people want. And how cool would it be to live here and be able to walk for dinner or be able to walk for a show? Because you could definitely do that here. It's the conveniences for all your after work plans is here, and it's walking distance. So another big point I wanted to make here is, if you are a buyer and you've been sitting on the sidelines, and we're in the year 2024 now, and you've just been waiting for the interest rates to drop, or you just been biding your time because you want to get a good deal, I'm here to tell you right now, in the month of January 2024, before summertime hits, is when you can get the best deals, because buyer demand has slowed down to the point that where most of these builders that I'm speaking to, the sales managers are telling me, because this is what they're getting from their corporate office, like, hey, we need to get these off our books. So they are upping the incentives. They are upping the cash that they're willing to give to buyers who qualify to get into their homes, right? Because now the clock is ticking. Is when these new builds are done and they're a part of the builder's inventory, the clock is ticking. And the longer stuff sits, that the more desperate that these builders get, and that's more advantageous to you, the home buyer, because you could take advantage of, because now the constraint is on the builder's end, because now they don't have enough time. So here's the final property that I wanted to show you. It's a townhome, but it looks like it's in a very residential area. So this is like, I showed you just 3 different homes in 3 different parts of Mueller. And here, as a matter of fact, as I was, getting this commentary done, I was checking the MLS, and this one actually is active and under contract. So they're already in escrow. They're working out the details, and this one already went under contract. It was actually from a friend of mine, another fellow realtor. Shout out to Ian. He's a realtor that got this one under contract for $14,000 under asking, right? So that, I'm telling you, stuff that's been sitting on the market because people are waiting on the sidelines because of what the interest rates are, because they're paying attention to the news. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you're the type of person who doesn't listen to the news, who doesn't listen to mainstream media, because real estate is hyper local to where you're at. And here in Austin, we have so much new construction happening, so much more inventory that's coming to market. The economic activity and the outlook for the future for the city of Austin is so high. That means there's confidence not only in developers coming here, there's confidence in builders continuing to build out here, there's confidence in big business coming out here, that home appreciation, getting into real estate now in Austin, you're going to be thanking yourself 5-10 years from now, because Austin's going to continue to grow. And the best time to buy a home is today, or the day that you fully come to realize, like, hey, I know this is a good investment, and if I can afford it, let's get into it. Let's get pre-qualified. So if you are looking to buy new construction in anywhere in the surrounding areas for Austin, I tour a lot of these master plan communities. I even get a chance sometimes to go to more of the custom, like very onesies and twosies as far as custom builds in and around the Austin area, because there's so much new construction happening. in and around the Austin area, and keeping up with all these incentives, making because they change so frequently, and being able just to get on the phone with somebody so we can show that we have intent on wanting to get a home in that community. That's how we start off all these things, and that's how we don't miss out. That's how we don't miss out. If you're remotely interested, let's give me a call. Let's schedule a virtual consultation. Let's figure out a game plan. So when we talk and figure out the community that's right for you, we can schedule a one-on-one with the sales manager, let them know your situation, and get you a smoking good deal. Because if you're buying new construction in the Austin area, and if you're not getting some type of incentive now or later on this year, then you're simply doing it wrong. And you're just uninformed, because again, these incentives, they don't broadcast too loudly. If you happen to go on their website, it might be there. Sometimes it's not, because it changes that frequently. So it's kind of almost pointless for them to announce to the world, because the very next day it can all be gone. That's why working with a realtor who keeps a pulse on not just what's new construction is happening around the Austin area, but what the incentives currently are. That way you can maybe even have competing builders compete for, like, hey, this builder's going to give me this much of incentive. How much can you offer? And here's just some nice aerial footage of one of the parks in Mueller. And in the background, you could just see how much commercial space there is for fine dining, entertainment. I mean, this is my first time checking out the city of Mueller, and it gave me like the Domain vibes. It gave me like downtown Austin vibes of just how it's structured, the layout where you can go and hang out like after work, and then like what the community looks like if you're taking a stroll with your dog. I mean, this was filmed during the winter time, around January of 2024. So you can see why all the trees are just kind of bare, because we're in winter season. So just imagine how lush and green everything will look like once springtime and summertime rolls around. And here you can get a nice glimpse of all those skyscrapers that we just saw in the background. That is downtown Austin, ladies and gentlemen, downtown Austin. So if you can see downtown Austin just from the very height, I saw it from the rooftop, but you see it here with the drone. That just shows you the proximity. It's like less than 15 minutes away. And this is just an example of one of the many parks that they have. And these are little pocket parks. You see how this park isn't very big, but there's these little pocket parks scattered all throughout Mueller. That's super cool. They're very intentional to redesign this place, to make it walkable, to keep everything in a very active community, and to make sure everything's there. So as far as like where you live, where you work, and probably where you go for entertainment can all be under one place. My name is Omar Pineda, your Austin Realtor. Hit me up if you're looking for new construction in and around the Austin area. I'm here to help and save you some money. Until next time.